All right, we got another episode of WKRP in Montrose happening. Rob's already swilling the beer, and we haven't even gotten started yet. That is one ugly ass shirt, Rob. I don't know what to tell you.
You know what? You're absolutely. This is the one time I'm going to agree wholeheartedly with you. So, just because this is a personal vendetta I have, this is absolutely unprofessional, and I don't care. So this piece of shit that I'm wearing, if you can tell, is a crab.
Right.
And it has what looks like a shitty barcode on it. Like it's going to give
it looks like it looks like a QR code.
It's like a magic eye that's going to make you throw up.
Right.
For those of you who don't know, this is the Maryland state flag, and I think if I remember correctly, it is the worst state flag out of all of them. This T-shirt was given to me by my friend, although I don't know what kind of friend would give somebody a T-shirt like this. Amy. She seems to think this is the best state flag. It's a piece of crap. And I thought I would wear it today just so I could tell her that. And I've told her. She gave me a pair of socks, too, that I'm not wearing today. But I use them without shoes to do the gardening. They're that crap.
Do they have the same state flag on them?
They do. It's grotesque, honestly, isn't it? Really.
So how, in her mind, how is
I'm not going to mention the Confederacy symbolism in this shit, too. Just, you know.
Well, it looks a little bit more... it looks a little bit more British, Welshish.
No.
Yeah, I feel like it does remind me of the dragon flag that you have. We agreed
for a split second there, and you went and messed it up.
No.
Good work.
I feel like it's just my responsibility to play
all right.
the devil's advocate on this.
I said my piece. But while we're talking about saying stuff...
Well, wait a second. How is that relevant to Montrose? Like, you brought it up. You brought it into the house.
It's a personal vendetta.
But she thinks the Colorado flag
yeah. No, she doesn't. Here's the thing. She doesn't. Okay. She says it to me to be a contrarian, to be argumentative. She doesn't think the Colorado state flag is bad. Why would you? It's a great flag.
It is. It's simple. Yeah. It's pretty simple.
Simplicity.
Yeah. Is that a good thing?
This is the opposite of simple. It's complicated and crap.
Well, that's not actually the flag, though. No. That's the flag inside the shape of a crab.
The flag is worse because at least this has the cool, funny crab thing going on. Like Maryland are the only place in the world to have crabs too. If there are any people,
there's a joke in there. There's a joke in there.
Yeah. If there are any people in Montrose from Maryland, what's the number? Call us. Send us a text. No, don't call us. I don't want to talk to you.
Somebody was just trying to call us.
Send us a text message. Tell us what you think.
Speaking of, just because we didn't do it in the first two episodes, we want to make sure people know it now. And this is going to drive Rob crazy because my camera is here. Rob is over there. And so when he talks to me, he's looking at me through he forgets that his camera is over there. He's looking, all right, this is beyond the point. All right. 970-316-3162. It can't get easier as far as a phone number. You can also text that number. Yeah, 970.
Only text.
Only text it. You don't want to hear.
Well, so it's not.
We could put people on the radio, Rob.
No, it's not.
There could be somebody else that might want to, be famous, be Rob famous, and come on the show.
So this is neither of our personal numbers, but it does go through to his phone.
That's correct.
Say what you like. Call as often as you like. Middle of the night, whatever. It doesn't matter. Yes, if you're from Maryland and you live in Montrose or the Uncompahgre Valley, tell me why I'm wrong and why your state flag isn't absolutely horrendous and vomit-inducing.
All right.
And finally, before we get started...
4 minutes. That was a 4-minute mark.
I know. See this?
What is it? It's a beer. Oh, it says Road Tripper.
That's a very delicious beer. Amber Ale Road Tripper from Crooked Stave.
Well, you also have to thank the person that gave you the beer then.
Yes. Thank you, Scott and Taylor.
Scott and Taylor.
Well, from the previous episode, people will know Scott and Taylor.
I know. Okay, but in why what's their why are they special?
Well, they're friends of mine, first and foremost. Yeah. They're the second guest on the show, and I love anyone who brings me beer. And
they run a really cool place in Montrose called the Campers Hub.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
If you've listened to the previous episodes, you'll know that. If you haven't, go and listen to it. Well,
so you came in all fired up today, and I know this is not really going to be relevant, but you came in all fired up today, and I met your enthusiasm when you came fired up.
Jamie is calling me our guest.
Okay, you should put her on air.
Hey, Jamie, what's up?
I don't know if I'm in the right spot.
Okay.
Are you in there?
Yeah.
We're in the lair.
I told you that where the little blue dot was on the map, there's a door. Come in the door, come down the stairs.
It's like across from Hartman.
Yep, across from. We're giving away like the secret lair location live. We're live.
Yeah, are you inside the building?
No, we would have heard her come in.
Okay, come through the door and come down the stairs. And if you're lost, I'll come and find you.
I see Edward Jones is what I see.
Don't go in that door. Now everybody's gonna know. I guess it's not a bad thing for everybody to know where Studio F is.
Showing up here.
Okay.
We'll bleep all that stuff out. We're recording this, by the way.
Well, now I gotta cut that part out.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
307.
I think I can hear you upstairs.
Yeah. Yeah,
Down
here
the
she
stairs.
comes, and she's coming.
Okay.
Stay on the phone. I want to.
Yeah.
This is kind of.
Okay, which one?
Just keep
Just
going
keep going
straight
down.
down, and follow the voices.
Wow.
Left through the door. There's Studio F. Oh my Lord, there she is. Hi.
I know. And we're trying something new today. We're doing this little chit chat thing before you turn up. And we're not going to stop.
Hi, Jamie. I'm Dennis. Nice to meet you.
So
This is the first time.
yeah, if you sit here, this side, and that microphone there, and then there's some headphones that Dennis threw on the floor.
I don't believe I was the one that threw them on the floor.
That he threw across the
I
room.
feel like Rob knows that he's the one that dropped the headphones on the floor and almost
Maybe
broke
so.
them. He almost broke his headphones yesterday. Rob has no.
Come on, just stop living in the past.
He doesn't
Stop
like to
living in
take
the
care of
past.
his stuff.
I want to ask Jamie a very important question. Jamie, do you know what's on my T-shirt?
Something to do with soccer, football.
No. Take another look.
Well, it's a crab.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a crab. And what is the?
There's no
Do
wrong
you know
way.
anything about
You're
this
good.
revolting pattern on the crab? Does it mean anything to you?
Wow, you sound. This is intimate. Does the crab mean anything?
Well, the design on the T-shirt.
So
Does
you
it
can
mean
pull that
anything
a
to you?
little
It
closer.
looks
There you
like
go.
it looks familiar.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I want to know what I look like. You guys just coming in hot right
I
now.
know.
Coming in hot. Coming in hot.
Just tell me, what's your impression of it? What do you think? Give me some,
I
throw
look
some
at
words
it
out.
and I assume it's a soccer thing.
No, but how does it make you feel?
Uncomfortable.
Yes.
No I'm kidding.
Correct. We'll move
Is
on.
that the point? Is to feel.
Yes, this is the Maryland state flag.
That's what I knew it
And
was a
it's-
state thing.
And it's the ugliest flag there ever was. And I think that's been confirmed independently. So,
Okay, but why the crab?
because they think they own crabs down in Maryland. Like, we're the only ones who have crabs.
Oh.
They're boring with that crab shit, honestly. Anyway,
You feel Rob feels much better now.
Is this what you've been talking about?
my friend gave me
This
this
is
T-shirt.
true?
She thinks this flag is the bomb, and it's gross.
Who did?
My friend.
His friend.
Apparently Rob. I think Rob uses that term like loosely
That's what I was. Yeah.
because there's a lot of people that know Rob, and he calls them all his friends.
Right.
I'm not sure if that goes both
Is
directions.
this the friend from another place that you were telling me about?
Another place.
That you were
What,
telling me
like,
about last time?
No.
Don't put this on the podcast.
This is all on. Okay, so go on then.
I don't believe that you. So you're waiting on me.
Yep.
The only thing that you brought to the conversation today was the crabby Maryland flag shirt. Is that what you're saying?
I know everything about Jamie.
That's
Then I
literally
would-
not true.
I would
Jamie is-
believe
no,
that
but
would
Jamie,
mean that you're in the lead,
I
Rob.
consider Jamie is a good friend of mine.
And
A real friend.
And
not
you don't know
fake friend.
Jamie, so I feel like you should lead this segment because
Okay,
you can
but what's
discover.
the point of this podcast? What are we doing
wait a
here?
minute. So are we doing it? Are we doing it like the old game show where it's like I'm going to try to discover who Jamie is by asking?
Like 20 questions.
20 questions.
Yeah.
Well, so the other thing is, I don't want to give anyone who comes on here too much of a heads up.
Okay.
That's not fun.
It's not
This is
fun.
not a formal NPR, CPR type thing. And we don't have to talk about anything particular.
Do you know the name of the show that you're on right
No,
now?
I don't. I literally just walked in.
Does the
and
term
here we are.
does the term WKRP mean anything to you? No.
Okay, wait. Repeat. WKRP.
Yes.
No.
Nothing. That's 2 of 3.
That's what I said when he told
Okay.
me too. I was like, no, that means nothing.
How many people have been on this podcast?
So you're the third guest.
Okay.
So you're the third guest
Top 3.
of many more.
Just pick.
So far, people are pretty excited about wanting to come on and
Okay.
either give Rob a hard time or talk about how much they love the place that they live. I don't know why.
Dislikes. Can I talk about dislikes?
Yeah.
Ooh,
No, we
that's-
had Scott and
not bad.
Taylor talked about things that are missing.
Restaurants staying not open late
Yeah.
enough.
They
Places
hate
not
that.
staying open late enough in Montrose.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's progress.
Okay.
Well, why don't
Jamie.
we?
Progress.
I was going to say, why don't we start with
Are you going to do the introduction?
no, just
No, you introduce.
who are
That's
you?
right.
Where are
You're the
you
one
from?
who knows me.
No, you tell us. Where
No,
are you
you-
from? What's your deal?
He's not a good host.
He's
This
not.
is not.
That's why he's the co-host.
We'll cut this bit out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, cut it out. Cut it all out.
We have a sample of her voice now. We'll just have AI do the rest.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no. Don't do it.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? Because you're
No,
not from
don't do
here.
that. Don't
no,
do
no,
that.
No, no, no,
That's
But you're
Yeah.
not from here.
Nobody cares.
Nobody's from here. What brought you here? Let's do that.
I was born in Nebraska. So yes, I'm not
Wow.
from
So anywhere would be
Anywhere.
better. In fact, that's not true. If you'd gone to Maryland, that would be much worse. But you came to Colorado.
right.
Eventually.
I would have a cow shirt.
How did you discover Montrose?
Oh gosh. Well, I was in Seattle before this.
You don't
Oh.
have to tell the truth, by the way, either.
Yeah, should I just make everything
Do what you
up?
want. We don't care.
Ad lib. Nice
I'm
job.
not good at that.
Okay.
See, I'm not a good
Seattle.
liar because I can't keep track.
That's what a
You
good
know what I
liar would
mean?
say.
Let's go back in
Right,
time.
right.
Seattle,
Exactly right.
2015. No,
I was
is
not
that that
in
long?
Seattle. I was in Seattle in 2016.
Okay, I was
But
close.
That also doesn't matter.
Okay.
Well,
You're wearing a flannel shirt. You're in the
100%.
you're in the fish market, and all
And
of
I
a
smell
sudden
like
you're
fish.
like, I got to get the hell out of here.
yeah. No, I was in Leavenworth too.
Okay,
Do you know
all right.
Leavenworth?
I mean, I know the
It's like
prison.
a fun little. Oh right, if you look up Leavenworth, it's a prison. This is different.
All right.
Okay.
Or I could go down that thread.
Yeah.
See, you guys really put me.
On a spot.
You know
put me on
what?
a
It's
spot.
kind of the idea.
This is what we're going to do from now on. We're going to be going when people come in, take them by
And be like,
surprise.
sit down, put the headphones on. Let's
Just tell us.
go. No, I'm available.
Just tell us how you got here. Not even when, but just how. Why did you discover Montrose?
Foot, car,
I
airplane.
had never
The region.
been here before. I graduated. I drove down the coast. I was trying to figure out where to live. And it's so boring because a boy told me about it. It's always someone else. It's always,
Especially if it
but he
was
didn't come here.
because I was about to say, sounds like he's in.
He is not with.
He's in
he is
past
not
the
in-
past. Yeah,
is a past.
because nobody goes. A boy told me about it.
Yeah.
And that boy is still in the picture.
Can I say, I actually don't ever admit that. There's something about this environment, though, that I kind of.
Yeah.
You feel
Most of the time
comfortable.
people ask, I go, I don't know. How does anyone find the West? Oh, it just, here we are,
It's the couch. The couch is
The
comfy.
couch, there's something about this mic that I want to be like, here's the truth of how I got here. A boy told me about it. And he was right. He was like, he worked in Telluride, but he's like, you'd like Ridgeway. Technically, I live in Ridgeway.
Okay,
But-
that's okay. We don't. I mean,
Are you
Nope.
going to kick me off now?
We-
Because I'm not
no.
technically
Rob is more prejudiced that way than I am.
He
I'm
is.
I'm
I'm
all
definitely
I'm all
aggressive about
accepting.
it.
That's not true
He's
at
very
all. I mean, I
aggressive
just
about
like Montrose. But this thing is the Uncompahgre Valley, too. For those of you who have never read Wayfinder magazine, it's a fantastic magazine that used to exist here, covered the entire valley.
The editor
Yeah.
kind of was a little bit
All right,
loose
all right.
Were you
and
the
fast.
editor?
No,
What do you mean? It was my magazine, Jamie.
Well, I don't know what else. I don't know him either. Why
Yeah.
don't you okay, you introduce yourself.
introduce
No.
Do
myself.
these people know who you are?
I mean,
Nobody.
absolutely not. And until you were on the phone live, nobody knew where the studio was either.
Oh, right. You
We're
gotta
beeping
cut
that
some
shit
of
out for
this.
sure. I don't want people turning up here with like people from Maryland turning up here with fucking
What's up
vendettas
with
against
What's
me.
going on with Maryland, right?
Their
what
flag
happened?
is
What did they do
Their
to
flag
you?
is terrible.
Yeah, why are you so upset?
Their
that
flag
way?
is
Yeah.
terrible. The flag is look at it. No.
Oh,
okay.
say that
Okay.
one more. Look at it. The way you
Look
said
at
that
it.
is ASMR.
Big D.
Yeah, we've
That's what he
ran
calls
off
himself,
the
by the way.
railroads
That's what he calls himself, by the way.
completely.
Okay.
right.
So hang on a minute. So
Yeah.
first of all, you're the guest. The thing about this podcast is there's no like you're the guest. We give you preferential treatment. No,
Yeah.
the opposite. We're in charge. So
Oh, okay.
we
The
want to know.
last podcast I was on was very sweet. It
Yeah,
was
no.
a woman. It was womanly. So I expected some
This
weird
is
power
not, this
dynamic
is,
man
that's-
stuff
that's-
going on.
No.
Oh, toxic
Have you
masculinity.
had a woman on?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
one.
But with her partner, so Taylor and Scott. So we haven't had a lady by herself with the two, the dynamic.
Watch out, future ladies coming onto this podcast.
I think we just.
You're gonna go.
I think we
down
just
some weird
lost all
stairs.
the.
No, I'm kidding.
No, we didn't. So a boy told you, and what? You just went, you know what? I'm going to go check that out.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was 25. I was 25. The world was my oyster. I knew I wanted to be in the mountains. It was this or Birmingham, Alabama, actually. It was 2 seconds away from going to Birmingham, Alabama.
A lot of good things about Birmingham, but they're not Colorado.
It's not Colorado.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I don't want to turn this into a what's good about. Even the word Birmingham, the way you pronounce it, kind of upsets me because
Birmingham.
yeah,
Birmingham.
Was that wrong?
we have a Birmingham in the UK. That's
Birmingham.
all. But you chose Montrose. Well, you chose the
Ridgeway,
Western Slip. You chose
Yes,
Ridgeway, and how do you feel about that decision?
Depends the day you ask me.
Well, what about today?
We'll ask you tomorrow.
Ask me
No.
tomorrow. Could be different tomorrow.
What are you today? What's the feeling?
Well, the weather's really nice right now, so I love it. I love summertime here. Winter is okay, but I'm not a skier and stuff.
There we go.
That makes a difference.
Me neither.
I mean, I cross country ski and
Me
whatever.
too.
We do that, but not,
Yeah, not one of those
not like one of those.
people.
So is it
Yeah.
are winters not your favorite since you're not out in the snow as much? The days are shorter.
Yeah.
It's colder.
Which is true. I mean,
The
in
snow's not as-
Nebraska, I grew up blizzard, even colder.
Right.
So it's not so much that. It's like everyone just hermits and you don't hear from people. Rob never texts me back. He literally ignores me constantly.
I swear
And then
to
he tells
God.
me about parties he goes to.
I will
Where
look
was I? I
up-
was invited.
I will look up
in the
right
summer,
now
I see
text
him more
messages with me
often.
replying to you if you want me to do
He
that.
has not replied to me before.
I have
swear
photos
it's
of you
happened.
on your birthday that we shared
That's
together.
true.
I mean,
That's true. That is
I'm
true.
not. No, this is.
So that is one
not accepting
one.
this.
You nailed it because one of the purposes of the show is that all too often you hear this scenario where we see on social media or wherever, and you're like, oh, everybody looks like they're having such a great time all the time on social media, right? They're never having an off day.
Right.
But then the scenario typically in Montrose is there's some really great things that happen. And I don't know about you, but for me, half of them, I'm like, well, shit, I wish I would have known that was going on. I would have gone.
Totally.
And
Yeah.
so part of the idea of this is to get some people coming in and we're talking and we start talking about some of the things that we know that are going on as well.
Yeah.
And how do we all have a little bit better time here in Montrose?
I love that.
That being said,
I love that.
what's the most fun thing you've done since the weather turned warm?
This year?
Anything,
Nothing.
anything,
I've been
anything
busy.
that you can
Does he know
actually
what
tell
I
the
do
public?
for a living?
No, I mean we're gonna
I
get
do.
to
I
that.
wanted him to
I
try
do.
to guess. So as
he
you can
does.
tell, I purpose. Oh, he
I
does.
sent him. I forgot.
Oh, okay.
I sent him
I
a
thought that was
message.
going to be the fun thing.
I sent him a message with a link to your website, but he mispronounced some stuff. So
Lame.
Midwifery.
But I'm on call. Midwifery. That's what I do. So I've been very, very on call.
He
Lots of
here he
babies.
comes.
Go on.
Look, what,
No,
what,
go,
he's
go,
gonna
go,
yell.
go.
He's gonna yell.
go
I want to hear him yell.
explain.
Scream. Do it.
So,
Can you explain quickly though while we're on that? What's a doula?
That's different than a midwife.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
Is that what your
what is the
listeners want to know about?
I don't know what it is. I've never.
Well, a doula is someone, it's non-medical. A doula is a non-medical person.
Okay,
So they're there to support emotionally and things like that, especially for the partner.
so can anyone be a doula?
Yeah. You could be a doula. Maybe
So-
that should be what we do.
That is going on my resume tonight.
so a midwife then is
Midwives, I'm the one catching the baby and suturing and all the taking care of you prenatally.
I did not know you did
postpartum.
the suturing.
Well, yeah. Things happen, Rob.
you gotta sew things back up every once in a while.
Do you have children?
I have a daughter.
Oh, how old is she?
I love how she's 18, so she's all grown it up.
Yeah.
And she's kind of off and on her own. She's still here in Montrose.
Oh, cool.
So I feel fortunate for that she's stuck around for a little while longer.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
But she was a breech baby, and my wife had to have a C-section.
Here in Montrose.
Yeah. So interesting story. When
Yeah.
she was born, she had like frog legs.
Yeah.
And I remember when the doctor handed her to me, I was like, you broke her. Like,
Yeah,
she's
something's going on.
How did you break her already? Like you just got her from there to there, and she's broken already.
Because she's been like this.
Yeah,
Her legs
yep,
have been-
yep. And so that, but you know, as a new dad, you know, you're not quite. I expected.
Yeah.
I have younger siblings, so I expected everything else about the pregnancy that,
Yeah.
you know, freaks people out.
Totally.
I did not expect my daughter to look
Like
broken. Yeah, and so
I can't wait for
soft.
Jordan to hear this as
yeah,
well.
yeah,
And
she's
go,
gonna.
"No, this
She's
is gonna
probably
be-"
not gonna
She's
appreciate
like,
that.
okay, I
this.
get it. I get it. Sorry, Jordan.
Well, and of course, if you see her now, like she's
Just
super tall. She's
Really?
she's
So cool.
very
no,
attractive.
nothing frog-like about her at all.
Nothing
still
frog
has
like her.
No, just because they have squishy bones.
Yeah.
They're just squishy when they're little. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
So-
could you just explain to those of us who what's a breech? What does that match? To
When
mean?
they're butt down, feet down instead of head down. I mean, there's different ways they can.
Okay.
But yeah,
and that's when you have to slice and dice.
depends who you ask.
Yeah, we tried everything to get her turned around.
Yeah.
When I mean
Yeah, you do
everything,
stuff.
like
How? What?
like
Manipulate? Like
That's what
Nicole
like a
laying upside down
basketball,
and
like-
like
Yeah.
aromatherapy and
Dude, but
massaging.
Did you say
and,
Nicole
like-
upside down?
yeah.
Yeah?
Which I know. So you've seen my wife, and my wife is
No,
a
but the
is a
idea of-
triathlete. She's
Oh,
very
whoa.
strong. She's very tall.
But the idea of any
Wow,
pregnant
Oh,
woman being upside
down.
down in any capacity,
heck yeah.
hoping the
Yeah.
baby turns around, and what aromatherapy?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There was
Smell
like
stuff to
Acupressure.
make the baby
Acupressure,
turn
yeah.
Rob,
around.
stop it. You don't. What are you?
he's just
Acupressure, but you can literally manipulate that. It's called an external version, and you can.
Oh my god, this is all wild to me.
Yeah,
and what
yeah.
when you
But
can't
there's
do it,
risks with
then
that
you go,
too.
all right, we just have to.
Depends who you ask.
we
whole
tried
other
all
podcast.
we
That's
tried
another
all the way
podcast.
we tried all the way up and like basically until the date,
Yeah, I'm
and then
sure.
and then they were it was
Because
like
it's her first baby. It was her.
yeah
her
it was
first.
her first
Yeah.
and our only. So.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one and done.
Yeah. Yeah. Rob, are you gonna have kids? Let's talk about that.
Oh,
I might adopt a teenager one
dude,
day.
this show just
I'm
took a
s- I'm-
huge turn.
No, I'm skipping out. I'm skipping
That's
out
what I'm
all.
here
I'm
for.
skipping out all the crap in yourself and you know.
I don't know.
Wait, what?
I
All
don't-
the, you know, babies, diaper. No, it's not for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have lots of nieces and nephews in my family.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to go through that.
Rob on
okay.
the regular sends me Instagram stories about why
Childbirth.
of why people now that would be hysterical and a little bit weird.
Very
But,
weird.
Yeah. But no, on the regular of like horrible things that people that don't have kids say about kids.
Oh, it's great. Me and
It's
I have a little core group of friends. It's great. We share these memes between each other.
About being childless.
No, but yeah, about stuff like, you know what, when I'm having a really bad day, I remember that other people my age have kids, and then I fucking laugh.
Yeah. It's like on a regular. It's on a regular.
It's
I
great.
have a lot of opinions about that.
Yeah.
It's
Be
great.
kind. I don't have kids yet,
No.
or maybe I don't know what my journey will be. But be not. You like kids though.
I like them. I just like him to go home at the end of the day.
Yeah.
He doesn't like it.
It's
He
like,
doesn't like
other,
him at
I
all.
like other people's
No.
dogs too.
Yeah,
And then when they're all wet and muddy, I like them when they get in your car.
that's right.
No.
Perfect.
Rob's
No, I understand
the
that.
kind of guy that like would walk by and push a kid, shove a kid into the pool from behind as he's walking by.
But
Absolutely.
I will watch videos on Instagram and
Of children
hurting themselves. Yeah.
There is
absolutely.
See, I don't know.
Literally-
I'm
there's a-
learning things
there's
right now.
literally an account called, I don't know, kids hurting themselves. It's just stupid stuff.
I will say my favorite part of our friendship is we don't talk about my job. That is one of my favorite aspects of our relationship.
That you don't talk about the work that you do.
Yeah,
When you guys
because
hang
I'm
out.
just Jamie.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's not like we.
You're not
you know.
defined by that.
All right,
Yeah,
hold
yeah.
on. I'm gonna
I like
circle
that.
this back around to a little bit more Montrose centric.
Oh, right.
But I'll stay
That's the
on.
point
I'll
of
stay on
this.
the. I'll stay on the somewhat of the topic of the scenario.
Can I just ask one
If
more
you-
question?
No,
One
no,
more.
you can't answer.
Jamie, how many babies do you think you've caught?
Like 200 or something.
Okay.
Close to 200.
Like caught.
Yeah, like a catcher.
well,
right?
that's
With a mitt.
including. That's not all that I've. I'm not always the one catching. Dad's catched a lot
Yeah,
of babies,
yeah.
to be honest with you. But that includes C-sections I've seen, and that includes all kinds of. Yeah.
But hundreds.
Caught with my own hands,
Couple of hundred.
100 something. Yeah.
And then
I know.
being involved in the birth of others.
Right. Close to
Another-
200
Close to
for
200.
all the things. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, now I have so many other things to say about
Dad,
that.
Okay, but we got to make the point
Okay,
of
you're the
Montrose is
one.
the Montrose thing.
It. So we ask everybody that comes on, you know, what you like to do in Montrose, and I was headed that direction. Like, what's something fun that you've done recently? But it just came to my attention that it might be fun to go. All right, if you were below drinking age,
Okay.
What would be one of your things that you wanted to go do in Montrose? Or is that, since we talked about earlier, I don't want to preface it too much. I'll just go with that.
And the valley.
The valley.
We talk about Ridgeway, Uray, Delta.
And you're specifying non-drinking things for
Well,
a
he
reason.
is. You don't have to answer his question.
Because I'm on call a lot, I actually don't drink a lot. Except for on my birthday. That was a little different.
Yeah.
I made him take... Anyway. But... Things that I do... I mean, I'm kind of boring.
Do you remember when we met, though? We met river surfing.
But I'm not a good river surfer. But that's how we met.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Which is a really cool aspect of Montrose.
Were you river surfing?
Yeah.
I was
Or
attempting.
You were, okay. So
It
you weren't
was
just
tempting.
you weren't just watching. You were in the water.
No, that
giving it a
day
shot.
I was.
I think you were. It was the
It was like the free
the
they do
free
a
day that
thing.
Montrose Surf and Cycle is a free plug, Hollis. Montrose Surf and Cycle put on every summer. I think it's coming up soon. They take all the gear down, and we met there trying out river surfing.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
cool
yeah.
that they do that. They bring
So
it all
cool.
out so that people can come try
And
it.
what a cool thing in the middle of Colorado.
Yeah.
It is really cool. I'm not good at it, but
There's a
the thing I've
visual
done.
that needs to be there. It's like you have this bridge that goes over the river. You've got 3 rapids kind of going down.
Yeah.
And all 3 of them are set up for you to be able to do river surfing, but 2 of them are like right by the bridge.
Yeah.
So you have people on both sides of the shore, people on the bridge watching. You know, you kind of have an audience as you're surfing the river, which is, I don't know, that's pretty. I feel like I know it's not unique because there's other places in Montrose or
Right.
other places in Colorado that do it, but
This is one of the best.
this is one
But
of
I've
the
heard
best.
it's the
There's a
best.
there's
then
a
we have the
river
river
s-
fests,
There's
too.
a river surfboard
Yeah,
named after. It's called the Montrose. Named after.
is that made by Soul Paddleboards?
No, it's.
I mean,
made
we're
by-
just throwing out like
I know.
names.
It's made by.
I just showed up and a guy pushed me into the wave and
Yeah,
I
that was
fell.
probably.
Hey, was it
probably
Rob?
Hollis.
Was it Rob? That
No,
pushed-
I don't know
No,
who
no,
it
no.
was. Some
No.
really nice guy.
Oh, it wasn't Hollis.
He was
then.
like, he goes, what's your, I'm like in the
kidding,
river.
Hollis.
And he was like, do you snowboard? Do you skateboard? I was like, no. He goes, great. And just shoved me into the wave. And I was like, okay. It was really fun. It is fun. Have you done it?
I have not attempted it yet. We talked about
It's
this
tricky,
a little
but-
bit the other day.
Yeah, yeah.
It's because I'm a large human being, and I feel like I need a much bigger board.
Well, do you have like a long board?
Yeah,
I was
well,
on a huge.
I probably need like a
There's
party
tall
board.
guys who do it. Yeah.
Tall guys are one thing. I am tall, but big guys like
There's
extra
people of all
large
shapes and
guys.
sizes river surf. Every time I look down there, you,
All right.
you should
I'm
try.
running
You
out
should
of
at least
I'm
try
running
it.
out of excuses. My daughter tried it. She liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you have buoyancy.
You're
You'll be fine.
You know what's going to be crazy is when I look at Rob, I'm looking this way on the camera and he's looking the other way on the camera. So
like
when
weird.
we're talking to each other, we're both looking in the same direction.
Yeah, yeah. It's like
Okay.
so weird.
So breaking news.
Oh, breaking news.
Well, so
live news on the show.
This year, the free surf days, when Montrose Surf and Cycle bring the van down with wetsuits, boards, everything you need to get in the water, are Wednesdays in July.
Right. I thought it was July.
If
Yeah.
you turn up Wednesday evenings, I think, in July at River Bottom Park here in Montrose, you can try river
It's
surfing
so
for
fun.
free.
And someone's there to help you on the big, not on the scary wave, on the whatever that bottom wave
Yeah.
is. Because then when you fall, you have some give
Yep,
in the river.
Yep. And
You
there
know.
are people there to catch you so you don't just drift off down the river. And
Which
there's
is what I
somebody
would do
there to
every
give you
time.
tips and tricks. And
You're wearing a life vest.
You
so
would-
it's,
you
it's
have to.
safe.
Yeah,
Life vest,
yeah, it's
Helmet.
safe.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
safe.
it's great.
It's
It's
super
got to be
cool.
done. And that's how we met.
Okay.
He stalked me.
Ooh.
How we technically met was on a street
That's
and you were
true.
on your bike. That's how we
I
technically
was riding
met.
past. She was at her friend's house, and I went, "You're the girl from the river park."
Yeah, isn't that
was it.
interesting?
So you met at you saw each other at the river park. But
No,
then
we
you
talked.
met.
We talked.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Right?
Because it's kind of weird if Rob just randomly is riding by people in their
That's small
in their
town,
front
though.
yard.
That's not. Yeah, that's
That
not
is
well,
small
it is.
town. That's actually.
This is
That's
one
a
of
good point.
One of the
I
beauties
mean, Montrose
of a
is still a
small
small
town.
town.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not that weird, I guess.
So river surfing.
Okay, riding bikes. Another thing. Have you done the moonlight rides
no,
around here?
I've heard about this.
Okay, those are cool.
there's a
Have
full
you done
moon
them?
tonight.
Yeah.
Rob? Of course you have.
Is there one tonight? There's a full moon tonight.
Is
or
there? It's-
well, last
possible.
night I think technically.
No, probably not tonight.
You don't think so?
No.
All right. Well,
But
they have them.
MABA, the Montrose Area Bicycle Alliance, they're the ones to go to. They organize this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You want to ride a bike? Usually they do events around town and various other things. So
Okay, but can I tell you my favorite part about out here in the summer is the music series stuff. Not necessarily, you know.
The summer
you mean-
the summer concert series or
Yeah.
just okay.
Well,
So
in
you like
Ridgeway,
going-
that's like big deal. July.
Right.
Yeah.
But Montrose is
The
with
summer
the whole
yeah.
amphitheater thing going on.
Yeah.
Yep. The
Amphitheater's
amphitheater's-
finished.
Yeah.
It's
They've
amazing.
made some improvements
It
to
is
it
amazing.
lately as well.
No, it's.
Though I
it's-
haven't. What month is that they do it here?
I
August?
don't know.
July. I think it's July.
Or is it July too?
I think it is. So it goes Ouray. It starts out in Ouray,
In June, yeah.
right? And then
When
it's
it's kinda
in
cold.
Ridgeway. And then I'm gonna
I
I'm gonna
assume
look
that
this up
Montrose
really
is right
quick.
after. That is my favorite though. Is that the concert?
Yeah, I love them all actually. The one in Ouray is great. It gets a little
Yeah.
chilly, like you said,
It's
because
cold still.
sun dips down and it's in Fellin Park there, and it gets
Okay, so
gets a little
June,
shady.
July, August, and September. It's
It's the first Friday, is it?
yeah, I think so.
Right.
All
In
the way, all the
Montrose?
way through the
Yeah,
summer. It looks
at
like.
the amazing amphitheater we have. But yeah, the series in Ridgeway is great too, and Ouray.
It's so fun. It's just fun because you get to see everybody and after
Yep.
the winter and everything.
Which
it's
one's
like-
your favorite amphitheater? Because there's technically it's kind of an amphitheater in Ridgeway,
Well, it's
and
a
then
little-
it's a smaller stage in
It's like the
Ouray.
park.
It's
But
kind of a
in
little
Ouray,
bandstand.
you're at the hot springs,
Well,
so it's kind of nice to
Right.
like
Yeah.
go hit the hot springs, then head right out, go out onto the big field out there, and
Well, it echoes more in Ouray because
Yeah.
you're like in
Oh,
the camp,
yeah.
so that's
You
kind
get-
of cool.
that
It
is
is
cool.
echoey and like, you know,
they all
the
have their,
acoustics
yeah,
are better.
they have their charms. Each one is a little different. I mean, in Montrose, I get to ride my bike
right.
there and ride home.
You don't go to the Ridgeway one ever though.
I have
He
been.
never goes.
I have.
Rob doesn't like to go anywhere.
I know he's always complaining.
He's
I
a
don't
world
come to
traveler, but
Montrose,
he doesn't
then-
want to. He doesn't want to go anywhere. I don't understand that.
I agree with that.
You shouldn't be on his side.
Of course I am. Also, I still haven't learned enough about where did you come from? Can I learn that
Yeah,
information?
yeah, absolutely. So
How did you
I moved here. I moved to Telluride 20 something years ago
Wow.
from Dallas.
Okay.
Was up there for 18, down here for the last 6. So, but we've been coming down to Montrose. I mean, that's just a fact of this valley and this
Yeah.
area, right? Is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Montrose is the place where everybody comes to do their grocery shopping, to do their
Mm-hmm.
shopping. I am a little like frustrated that I think we should want to compete more here from a restaurant standpoint with some of
1000%.
our smaller contemporaries in the area that seem to have really good culinary experiences.
Yeah.
So
And not even
little,
small, I
little,
mean.
little shout out to all you awesome, like we've got our good ones, right? We talked about tacos and beer in the last
I
episode.
mean, I love Colorado Boy.
Yep.
I mean, the food at Pomona is good. You know, it's bar food and whatever.
But it's good.
It is good.
Yeah, but we need more.
We need more. We're a bigger community. We
In
have more
fact,
people. We need.
I just read that I think USA Today, I mean, they have a lot of these polls, right? Top 10, this, that, and the other. But Grand Junction they're very proud that they got put in this list of best downtowns in America.
Really?
And their downtown is nice. I like it.
It's nice.
And they've done some work there. And they have a couple of really good restaurants there. But it's far enough away that maybe those restaurant owners should think about opening a second location here at the gateway to the San Juans and all the Telluride traffic coming through. But
Well, we need more of like a downtown like they have.
yeah.
We don't have like this strip isn't.
No,
it's,
no, no.
it's coming though.
It's
It's
happening.
coming though.
Well,
If you
first couple of blocks of
Yeah.
Main Street. That's what we need first.
Yeah.
We need to get that fired up and I mean, past 6, 7 o'clock, it's kind of deserted.
Yeah.
So, but we got some things coming.
Yeah,
for sure.
that's very true.
there's- The Daily Bread is now is
Right.
becoming something else. Hargraves,
It looks
I
like
think,
it
or
looks like they're redoing the upstairs
Yeah.
of that. I don't know what's going to be up there. There's another place on the corner, right by the intersection of 550 and 50. That's going to be like a market restaurant place as well
Oh, cool.
on Main Street. And
we need
so
breakfast places.
we do need breakfast places. I'm
I
glad
want
you
a
said
good
that.
breakfast place and I want a good sandwich, and we don't have those two things.
You know,
Unless you have a place. But you can't get a good sandwich for lunch. I mean, okay, you can find okay sandwich, and we need a good breakfast place. Ridgeway's the same way.
I'm going to say Jimmy John's is not a bad sandwich. It's a
No,
It's a
but
good
it's a
sandwich. I
chain
know what you're talking about, though.
restaurant.
Maybe I think I know what you're talking about. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a Cat's Deli.
right.
Okay, so
let's
fair enough.
let's
I want, like, a good-
settle for something in between Cat's Deli and Jimmy John's.
Okay, well that's fine.
Yeah,
I don't want to have to go
I like Jimmy John's.
to national chains.
Yeah,
yeah.
If they're fine. If you want to go there, that's fine. But I don't want to be forced because that's what we
But we have
That's the only
we have
thing we have.
locals that own the national chain, Jimmy John's.
Yeah,
here,
I know,
so
but let's not
That's
get into the
true,
politics
that's
of
true.
all
All
the
right,
money
all
going
right,
out.
Isn't that the point of the podcast? No,
I
kidding.
won't.
No, but
Let's not get political.
I mean,
All right.
Backstreet Bagel, you go there quite a lot. They
I love
have
Backstreet
their-
Bagel.
their
More
breakfast
since I've
bagels and all
been-
that stuff, so
Ooh,
we can.
Backstreet Bagel. Here's a little tip.
Tell me.
Their meatball sandwich is epic, and it's on fresh bread that they make because they make the bagels and everything else,
All right.
and it's massive.
Yeah.
So like super inexpensive, like for what you're paying for the full, because you can get a full and a half, is like the same as everywhere else, and you get this massive meatball sandwich.
Amazing.
It's so good. It's like two meals.
Try it.
So
There's
what,
the
like,
hack for you.
on a
Just get the
kinda-
full
Because I've been going.
calories per dollar. It's like right up there.
calories per dollar. Sure.
Who
I was just going to
measures
think like
that?
calories.
Nobody
Yeah.
measures like
They
that.
definitely do.
Calories
Rob does. Rob
No,
does.
I definitely don't. But
That must be like a Welsh thing.
my-
That must
no,
be
no,
some
no. My
weird,
friend Brett
you know.
does.
It's a British thing.
No, it's
Yeah, yeah.
definitely not.
English people do that.
It's a Brett thing. I'll send a clip of this to Brett. It's a Brett thing. But isn't one of the owners of Backstreet from like Jersey or the East Coast or somewhere?
I believe so. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say.
Well-
but I know
Oh,
where
what's
Scott's
that
from.
one?
We'll get 'em
Jersey Mike's. I wish we had a Jersey Mike's.
Oh, I do like Jersey Mike's
I
too.
miss Jersey
I
Mike's.
feel
How about-
that.
I
I
wanna-
can't say that for Jimmy
An
John's.
independent sandwich shop that does.
We had
this.
one.
yes,
we
yes,
had
yes, I know,
we
I
had
know.
Subwiches, which has a
That's true.
food truck now,
Yep.
and they had
Oh, yeah.
really really good sandwiches
And it's on. It's usually parked at the Shell
by the
gas
Shell
station.
station. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So Rob, I know you want to keep these at a certain time limit. We have hit said time limit.
Well, I want to give Jamie the
Already?
opportunity.
Yeah, it goes
If-
by fast, right?
If
Yeah.
Jamie
Holy
wants
cow.
to, I want to give her the opportunity to plug her business,
If you're having a baby, call me. San
That's
Juan
perfect.
Midwifery.
San Juan Midwifery, and that's the website,
Yeah.
sanjuanmidwifery.com.
And I have an office in Montrose now. I feel very professional.
But with the
Yeah.
correct pronunciation, it's still spelled the way that other people would say midwifery.
Technically, it's midwifery, yes,
Right.
but it's spelled
Midwifery.
midwifery is what people think.
Does
Is that what
make
you were mad
does
at
that-
him
is that-
before?
Yes.
Oh.
Does-
No,
saying
because he
midwifery.
said that, and I was like, no, dummy.
And then I took credit for knowing.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have known if you didn't know me. You would probably say
That's not-
midwifery.
Definitely not.
I feel
I
like
would assume. Most
I
people
feel like
say.
you've just nailed Rob
How,
Yeah.
to a T.
That's
how
what everyone
dare
thinks
you.
it is.
How dare that's not?
Midwifery. Midwifery.
I'm not one of you people.
does
See,
that
he
mean?
says that. Ooh, I'm so glad you're here today. Get him.
Yeah, can we just
Get
keep
him.
doing that? Can we just keep...
I don't think.
That's what this podcast
I don't
was.
think I've encountered many people who mispronounce it. Midwifery.
A lot of people do. Yeah, most people.
I mean,
That's okay. I don't, you know.
no,
That's
it's
all
not a judgment thing.
So why?
Unless he does it.
So, for those people who may or may not know, why would somebody need a midwifery?
A midwife.
A midwife. I'm a midwife.
Yeah, or a doula, for that matter.
Well, you would hire midwives to do home births. You know, low risk, healthy women, low risk, healthy babies. Lots of reasons to choose a home birth. My website has all kind of good information on it if you're curious.
And the website is
SanJuanMidwifery.com.
okay.
Easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy.
Lemon squeezy. But I mean, you know, people who are choosing home births, they want non-medication, they want low intervention, and you have a higher chance of that outcome with a home birth midwife. You know.
Which sounds like a large portion of the population that's out in Western Colorado that's very healthy, very outdoorsy,
yeah.
very aware of their
Yeah.
intake of
body and-
their body and their intake of
We talk a
foods
lot
and
more about food
they calorie
and-
count for a whole different reason, Rob. So
Well, don't calorie count. Don't do that.
Isn't there also an issue though? Because when you live in a smaller rural community, you don't actually have a hospital. There's no hospital in Ridgeway. Telluride
Right.
doesn't
Montrose
have.
is the,
Right.
or people go to Grand Junction. Lots of
Right.
Telluride families go to Junction.
Right.
Which works for a lot of people. I mean, it depends what your needs are and what you want and what kind of birth you want. But a lot of people, I also do your postpartum visits at home and breastfeeding, you know, it's kind of more in alignment with
there's a lot more
the
to
whole
it.
that. Yeah.
there is a lot.
There's a lot more to it.
There's
Yeah.
there's an endless list of benefits.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah, yeah.
All
It's
right.
a whole thing. I did another podcast about it that you can find on my Instagram.
I've seen
Okay.
it.
What's your Instagram handle? If you
San
want
Juan
to.
Midwifery.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Rob.
Okay, what
Yesterday
what are the last-
it was two options.
Mm-hmm.
awkward silence, or
That's from Craig Ferguson.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
Don't steal it.
Exactly.
no, but he's not. He's not doing it anymore.
He likes
so
to
is it
steal
stealing?
other people's
Or
Is it
do you have a
stuff.
harmonica? Was that? That's what he
the
would
mouth
do.
organ. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
that's
the
what he
other
would
option.
do.
No, I don't have a harmonica, but
Well, you should get
it's not stealing if he's not doing it anymore.
one. Okay. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
more of
No,
a tribute. It
I
would be a
agree.
tribute, correct?
That's
No.
right.
All right,
I
yes.
do love Craig
No.
Ferguson.
Rob doesn't count. We tried to get We tried to get Craig Ferguson on our other podcast, Google Trendcast,
What?
because he was coming. Craig
doing
Ferguson was in
Concert in Grand Junction.
in Junction.
He was?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It would have been so much fun. I would have loved that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
so,
so what's
awkward
the-
silence.
Just wrap it up.
I don't want to do awkward silence.
No,
yeah,
wrap
let's
it
do
up.
something else.
What are you doing? Come on.
I'm putting a wrap on it. Is that a wrap?
That's yeah. But we're not leaving
Okay,
it with an
bye.
awkward
Jamie,
silence.
Jamie, thanks for coming. We
Thank you.
enjoyed
So good
having
to
you.
meet
It was good to meet you.
This happened. This was fast.
Yeah.
This felt very fast.
It's super fast.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. WKRP in Montrose. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.